How's going on, everybody? It's boy Incog back again with another YCL video. Today is week 3 of the YCL. We fight Bishmii and his Trash Town Thievuls. If you missed week 2, check the icon in the top left corner right around now. But to explain what happened, we were kind of just like on the back foot the entire time. We got a freeze, and that allowed us to pull ahead and kill the Galarian Solo King, and then realistically Tapu Fini kind of handled it from that point onward. And it was a really decent game. I think that you know, I still apologize to Pat Mac for everything that happened on that one. However, I think, you know, you just move on with however life goes and you just keep it pushing. So we're 1-1 -1, and I think Bishmii is 1-1 ±0, I believe. Don't quote me on that. But we are trying to, you know, get that 3rd, 4th, or even 1st, really 2nd, 3rd, or 4th spot in our own division, since there are only 5 spots in the top 3 make playoffs, I believe. So I think we're number 4 or number 3. I'm actually not sure. I should probably check that later, but I probably won't because I forget a lot of things. Regardless, we want to win out the rest of our games. A lot of our games are not easy, including this one in front of us. Bishmii definitely has a very scary team, but he has a very authentic team, and I think I said at the end of the last video they picked all A tiers. I think they're all S tiers, genuinely speaking. So you can see is at the bottom, but if you forgot our team, we have Melmetal, Tapu Fini, Urshifu, Rapid Strike, Spectre, Snorlax, Crobat, Bolton, Vanillux, Trevenant, Dracloak, and Stunfisk, while our opponent has Clefable, Dracovish, Garchomp, Jirachi, Rillaboom, Vikavolt, Caracol, Dottler, Emolga, Glalie, and Linoon Galarian. You might think to yourself, Avery, those bottom 5 don't even have to be read out. Here's the crazy part. We've been doing a lot of mocks. Like, I did a lot of mocks today, and we kind of came to the conclusion that Bishmii's team is actually very scary, even with the F tier Pokemon, if you want to, since that's where they're tiered, or if you want to call them that, whatever. They're still all viable besides, I think, Glalie, and I know, like, Amol in SBU brought Glalie, and it's shocked me, but, like, this time it shouldn't, I hope. But regardless of that fact, how this looks to us is that we're expecting Clefable to be more of a Spadef Clefable, which even with our Spectre set still takes about 55% maximum, or at least, yeah, maximum, I believe. So we do a lot of damage, essentially, with our Spectre set. We're expecting Scarf Dracovish. If he's Banded Dracovish, that means he is not going to outspeed or outpace Tapu Fini with our speed stat. He won't be able to outpace Scarf Vanillux, and some other mons inserted here. Garchomp, we're expecting more of a Scale Shot SD set. The reason we're expecting it is because I believe that Bishmii's Garchomp is definitely like the game winner of this game. Jirachi and Victini are the last 2 I'd be expecting. Jirachi more of a Castleberry set, or if he decides to opt out of that, then he could definitely bring like a Choice Scarf Jirachi if he so chooses, which would mean he would have not have Choice Scarf Dracovish, which would lead me to believe he'd be Choice Band Dracovish. Victini, since I skipped over Rillaboom, we'll get back to that, but Victini we're expecting more or less either Specs or Choice Band. If it's not, it's definitely gonna be like a Heavy Duty Boots Flame Charge set, which we did come very prepared for with our team, but there's a lot of options where Victini's endgame actually does beat the shit out of us, and we're trying to make sure that that doesn't happen, so we have to play it very carefully. Rillaboom we skipped over. Rillaboom is a fun Pokemon this week because it actually can be a threat. The issue for Rillaboom is that if it has grassy terrain, that means Garchomp doesn't have Earthquake, which means it doesn't have a great way of hitting Melmetal, since Garchomp does not get high horsepower. So you'd be realistically depending on Victini and then a high horsepower Rillaboom to really take care of Melmetal, besides like Dracovish, obviously. So if Rillaboom comes, that really does stop the Earthquakes from happening against him, and against me, really. But we do have Tapu Fini with our own terrain, but we wouldn't just switch in randomly. We have good options to switch in against Rillaboom. And out of all 5 of his F tiers, there's only about 2 that I'm very concerned for. First off, it's going to be Emolga. As you guys know from, if you know, UPA Season 1, we fought Cowpat, and we were on the back leg for a lot of that battle, I will admit, and then we kind of got to a 1-on-1 situation with Melmetal versus Emolga, and thankfully our Ice Punch did end up killing the Emolga in that matchup, but it had Charm, and we had Lumberry as well to deter his Spectrier. So Emolga can definitely be like a threatening mon, or at least a Pokemon that can definitely stall out my team. But with this matchup specifically, Emolga isn't like, Bishmii's brought Emolga for his first 2 weeks, so I'm expecting it to come this week, no doubt in my mind. I just don't know how good it would be against the team I've built. Especially with like Vanillux and most certainly like Snorlax with its set as well. But I don't know, maybe I'm just stupid. Linoon Galarian is the other kind of threatening mon, low-key. And here's why. So Carkol and Dottler do similar things. They set up hazards and they can be annoying. Dottler can run infestation screens bullshit with recover, and it can take one of my Pokemon from me and then die afterwards. Carkol can set up hazards, be flame body for things like Urshifu and Melmetal, because they're both not going to be running protective pads, unfortunately, because they can't, since this is item clause, obviously. And well, it won't live Urshifu hits. It has a chance to burn flame body, and it can also do probably something else like rapid spin bullshit. And it's also a good fire rock type, I believe. At least a good, like, low tier fire rock type. And Glalie, it gets good spikes and everything, but like if Melmetal's the lead, it dies to Melmetal because you know, it breaks the sash with the first double iron bash and will for sure die to the second. So I mean, like, Glalie gets up one spike and then just is there existing. So I don't know if Glalie really gonna come this week, especially with a lot of my multi-hit moves, even with Urshifu really coming in and just snatching its soul. So Galarian Linoon is the only normal type on Bishmii's team, so it is realistically a counter to Spectrier and can also be a quick feet, which will allow him to basically be faster than everything on my team with a little speed investment, which allows him to also be more bulky on the Linoon set. Here's the problem. He has to run the orb, like Flame Orb or Toxic Orb, which will not allow him to have Everlight, which will also just mean it'll be not to his benefit to try and fight a Tapu Fini. So while I think that Linoon can come, and it definitely should as its normal type, or as his normal type rather, it does take away one Pokemon from the top 6, which will help me immensely if one of those doesn't show up. With that being said, let's talk about what we're bringing this week. We have Spectrier, Tapu Fini, Vanillux, Melmetal, Trevenant, and Snorlax. Trevenant's making its season debut this week, so shout out to Trevenant. But let's go over this really quickly. Spectrier, just 92 HP, 252 special attack, and 164 speed with Modest. This allows us to outspeed the entire team since I think his fastest Pokemon is Garchomp. Fun fact, Shadow Ball will always 2-hit KO Clefable even if it's Spadef, and Dark Pulse is mostly there because of Acid Berry, Jirachi. We have a really funny roll against that if he's just max HP. If he is like a bunch of Spadef and a bunch of HP, we can try and go for the flinch on that, but I would probably... honestly, I'm going to Dark Pulse it every time. Especially if it's like he's switching it in for some reason, then it's like he knows he can take a Shadow Ball, and if he's like Scarf maybe, I guess, then I don't know. There's a lot of things that Jirachi could do this week that would surprise me, but more or less to the point, Spectrier is a really good cleaner this game if he doesn't have Rillaboom. Rillaboom has Grassy Glide obviously, and like if 2 Fins is dead and down for the count, then like we really don't have anything to stop him from basically sweeping the game up with Grassy Glide bullshit. Well, we do, but those mons might be damaged or dead by then, but we'll get to those. But Spectrier does a really good job at cleaning this game. Hyper Beam is just there because I needed a 4th move, and like Hex is nice because if we get off like Thunder Waves with another Pokemon, and if he like allows himself to get statused with Linoon, I mean Hex isn't going to do anything, but it'd still be beneficial. I guess that wasn't a good example, but I guess the Thunder Waves from one of our mons will definitely help in that regard, so Hex can be a sweeping material move. But yeah, other than that, I don't think there's anything else. I could switch it to Mudshot, like y'all looking like Jirachi and like Victini, but Mudshot can miss. So can Hyper Beam, Avery. You know what? Fuck it, I'll throw Mudshot on there, why not? I don't see why not. It might help us a lot here. And if it 2-Kos anything, that'd be really dope. I'll do the calc on that later, don't worry. I'm not gonna just add it and then just not think about it, or will I? 2 Fins, Wakanberry, 168 defense, 168 HP, 156 defense, 180 speed with 4 in special attack with the Timid nature. Reason we have this much speed is because of its Banded Dracovish. We automatically will always outspeed it if he is banded and adamant. Even if he's banded and jolly, we'll always outspeed it. Moonblast should pick it off really nicely. We have Wakanberry for Bolt Strike, Victini. Surf won't kill it, but it'll do a chunk of damage, which is fine. We also have this for Emolga, I suppose. I mean, like, Emolga can't paralyze us. It can't even kill us, so we'll just Ice Beam it. This also helps us with Thunder Victini as well, and any Jirachi electric moves as well, and any other loose electric moves, like from Clefable and such. It'll also help us there. So we do have the Wakanberry for those reasons as well. I've said as well a lot of times, but you guys get it. Defog's mostly here because his hazards can become deadly. throughout the match, and being able to defog away screens from something like the Clefable, like the Dottler and Jirachi, and even Victini to that extent is very, very useful for this match. So we're going to see if we can keep that there. I wanted to run Calm Mind this week very badly, but I didn't find a good opportunity to really like get it going. So Tapu Fini is just a standard 3 moves and defog type set. Pavilion's back, same type of set. I mean, really same basic set from last week. Blizzard, Freeze Dry, Flash Cannon, Ice Shard. We do enough with Blizzard to where Flash Cannon doesn't really matter if we use it against Clefable, but we do a lot of damage with Pokemon. We have enough speed to outspeed Scarf Dracovish no matter what happens, unless he's manual sand on something, then like, damn. But even then we put up Hail, so we shouldn't want to switch this in on Dracovish. We just normally bring it in, and then we put up the Hail, and then we can just Freeze Dry it. His main switching is Jirachi, so anytime I see it's like Dracovish versus Vanillux, I'm going to assume that he's going to double out into Jirachi, which will allow me to double out into something else. If he chooses not to, then I'm losing whatever Pokemon I'm going into, which is bad. However, I think that my opponent probably believes I'm bringing Scarf Vanillux. I don't have many other ways to really deal with Dracovish, at least from an outspeeding standpoint, especially Scarf Dracovish, so we do have this Scarf Vanillux. Outside of that, really, Ice Shard kills most Garchomps. We've been experimenting with Yachiberry Garchomp, but I don't know what it is. I don't know if he would bring that, mostly because, like, while it does help against Ice Shard bullshit, unless he gets up a Scale Shot, it's not really going to be the greatest thing to have of all time. If he gets off a Scale Shot and he's not low already, then we'll have to see what we can do about that, if I'm being real with you. But we have 2 Pokemon there defensively here to check a lot of Bishmii's team. First and foremost, we got Schmeat. Akaberry this week, 164 in HP and defense and 180 in attack with the impish nature. Ice Punch, the Iron Blast, Thunderwave, Earthquake. This allows us to take every V-Create in the world. I don't know if we take a Blue Flare. I know we take a Banded V-Create. I don't know if we take a Specs Blue Flare. I don't even know if we take a Specs Sharing Shot. If we do, awesome. If we don't, alright then. 1 V-Create on this Melmetal will not kill it. Victini will go down because Earthquake will beat every -1 Victini. It'll always Oko, doesn't matter. We have Thunderwave on this set because if it is like Dracovish that's coming in to hit us, it has a small chance to 2-hit KOs from full. I think it's 12.5% to 2-hit KO. So we will always be able to Thunderwave it, and then we can just, you know, die after that. But as long as we have a Thunderwave, it can't do much to Melmetal. It can't do much to the rest of my team afterwards, which is why Melmetal's technically here. It can also Thunderwave things like the Jirachi, like the Victini, and even the Clefable to an extent, and a lot of Bishmii's team. The only issue is that, like, Emolga comes in really freely on, like, a Thunderwave and gets, like, a Motor Drive boost, which, I mean, isn't too crazy of a problem, but we were experimenting with a lot of Rocky Helmet, especially Emolga bullshit, and also Life Orb Emolga. I don't know how well it'll do against this Pokemon, because I don't really credit Emolga for being that great of a Pokemon. It's a good defensive check to Melmetal, I suppose, but outside of that, Emolga comes in this game and we claim a body, really. But hey, I'm speaking in past tense here. Well, I'm speaking in present tense, but maybe in the future when this game is done and you are watching this video, I lose to Emolga. Who knows? Next up, we got Tree Trunks, the Trevenant. Tree Trunks is here on its season debut. Rocky Helmet Frisk with Pain Split, Horn Leech, Endure, and Sucker Punch. So 220 in each HP in defense, and then sorry, not 168, and then 68 in attack. This allows us to switch in on switch in on Dracovish 3 times, and it'll take Rocky Helmet Chip. We can Horn Leech it on the second hit. If we're switching in, we take the second hit, and then we can Endure the third hit and then Sucker Punch it. This will allow us to get off enough damage to where Dracovish will not be an issue and can be Ice Shard range for Vanillux. Outside of that, Rillaboom doesn't want to touch this thing. Victini can. I mean, Victini would, like, probably just kill us in a hit, but, like, it'll still take Rock Helmet damage, and plus Endure, plus Sucker Punch. And, like, if we lose it to Victini at that point, on, like, the U-turn and bullshit, like, Victini's around, like, 50% or a little bit lower after that, bro. That shit's great, but if it's special, won't do anything. Garchomp doesn't get any crazy contact moves that will want to fuck with us, so we can just Pain Split it and, like, Horn Leech it and everything else, because that is neutral. If he's, you know, rough skin, whatever, fine. But we do live good hits from Garchomp as well. I do see an endgame where Trevenant is kind of like our low-key stopper to, like, a Dracovish trying to sweep us while we have other Pokemon in the back, but we have to see how that one goes. we also have Frisk. I forgot to mention why we haven't said like Natural Cure or something else. This is mostly because if we're coming in on Dracovish, this will tell us what item he is, and if he's choiced, then that tells us that he'll either A, switch out after taking the Rocky Helmet chip, or B, he will just stay in and hit us again. If he goes for Crunch, it is a solid 2-hit KO against us, unfortunately, which means we have to endure one turn before, or one turn earlier than we like to, but that's the name of the game with Dracovish that you're playing against. But yeah, Trevenant does a lot of fun work here, and it's a really nice defensive mon. Last but certainly not least, we have Doritos, or really, just going to rename him because his name is always going to be E40. That's W40. E40, already, that's still W. Am I clicking the wrong key? Am I stupid? That's E dollars. There we go, E40. You already know the vibes. If you don't know, now you know. Tell me when to go. Now, let me stop. Earthquake, Heavy Slam, Ice Punch, Facade. It originally had Incinerate because I was so concerned about Castleberry, Jirachi, but I decided to take it off because it's not worth having anymore. 220 attack, 252 defense, and 36 speed. 36 speed is for Dottler trying to creep Snorlax because Dottler is also base 30 speed, so it might want to hit 51 or 52, so we're going to 55. Does this help us against Dottler? Not really, no, but it's like if Dottler's almost dead and it can recover against our Snorlax and it has enough and has like a little bit of speed, at least we can try and hit it with something so it'll die. I don't know, dude. Like, I don't want that thing just to recover before I can hit it. Regardless, Earthquake does about half to max HP. Jirachi, I believe. I forget how much Ben actually had defense-wise, which I can go look over in a minute here. Hold on. Ben had a really interesting set. He had 252 HP, 212 defense, and 44 HP on Jirachi with Rocky Helmet. And we didn't know what the 44 speed was for, but Earthquake did like 50% to that thing, 50-something%, and then like, no, that's his Rocky Helmet set. So it might have just been a max HP set. I could be wrong. I could be right. I don't know. Ben didn't post that set. He posted his Rocky Helmet set. Regardless of what I know and I don't know, this does a chunk to everything. Heavy Slam's really good for Clefable. It never KOs Clefable, not even at max attack. It is a small roll to kill max HP Clefable if it's Spadef. If it's defensive, we do 2-hit KO it, thankfully, but outside of that, really, Ice Punch does actually kill Garchomp, I'm pretty sure, unless he's like a defensive chomp. Facade's mostly there for T-Wave, Jirachi, and like getting burned on like Victini bullshit. Otherwise, Snorlax is just kind of here doing things. I don't want this to get burned necessarily, and I don't want it to get statused at all, because losing the ability to move from paralysis or getting burned on this would be terrible, which forces us into a Facade mentality, which I don't want to get into because Jirachi's there, and I would rather Earthquake it than Facade it, obviously for super effective damage. Regardless, guys, that's gonna do it for the team builder portion of this video. Hopefully, guys, you guys like this. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, and I'm gonna take Matt's idea. I'm gonna give you guys a secret word of the day. Let's go ahead and talk about sandwiches. Tell me a good sandwich that you ate recently. Because if you made it this far, then you know. Because other people might not watch this far, and they'll still comment if they scroll down in the comments and see why they talk about sandwiches. Well, now you know. Comment your favorite sandwich, or maybe a sandwich that you ate today when you're watching this video, or whatever day you're watching this video. Anyways, guys, that's going to do it for me. Let's go ahead and get connected with Bishmii, Trash Town Thievuls. The Dottler and the Galarian. Oh my god. No no Jirachi or Garchomp? That's great. Okay. Oh my god, that's so good. That's so good. You guys don't understand how good that is. We're gonna go ahead and screenshot from my front office because we obviously had predictions going into this, but this is a little bit different. Galarian Linoone I understand because obviously, you know, I have Spectrair, so I get why it's here. So yeah, let me go and put that in my front office chat real quick so they know. This one into this one at front office. I think our lead doesn't change. I think we're still going to go with Melmetal here. We have 30 seconds. Yeah, I think Melmetal is still the lead off. It destroys a lot of this team. If Victini's the lead, we can Earthquake it if we predict it's going to go for a V-Create. If he's special, we'll be able to see, and I think we might die to special anyway, so we'll be fine. Get Galarian Eye Noon in a position where it can't beat my team, and because we have a good amount of Pokemon that won't die in a singular hit, and yeah, we should be fine. Good luck up on the Bishmii and his Trash Town Thievuls. Let's get this battle started, gentlemen. All right. Let's go ahead and see. No, Rachi is actually kind of surprising. Look, I thought a Scarf Rachi would be able to do a lot of work here. He goes Dottler first. It says my encoding's overloaded. Oh god, I hope it's not going to lag the battle. Let me just... Okay, and we're back. I just had to check something really quickly. Like literally 2 seconds, but I didn't want it to do anything crazy to my shit. So, I think he wants to get up his webs here. And we're just gonna go for double iron. Oh, no, not that. Double Iron Bash this turn. He goes for Reflect. Okay, so he has enough speed on his Dottler. That's interesting. Not a huge fan of that, but I get why. Oh, he's for sure Eviolite. He's bulky Dottler, which means we're going Tapu Fini this turn. We're gonna defog anything and everything away. Cause I'm not messing with this. Nah, we're not doing this. We're gonna go into 2 fins. We're gonna see, and I'll adjust my my stuff in a minute. Hopefully nothing's going too crazy. I hope, but we shall see. So Zero Recover, Light Screen, Sticky Web. What else? Yep, there's Sticky Web. He's probably going hard Rillaboom this turn. I'm gonna defog though. No reason to have all this stuff up. He could light screen this turn, which is fine. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and make that a little bit bigger, Avery. There we go. Alright, so now the bar should be about fixed. Maybe a little bit off. Nah, it looks like it should be fixed. Alright, so that's enough adjusting. Alright, so Dottler comes in first against our Melmetal. Took about 25% from Double Iron Bash, both hits, so... It's at 76, 75-ish. So that's good to know that he's more defensive. He's going to go hard into Rillaboom here, I predict. Yeah, Rillaboom comes in. We do not live this hit from it at all. I think we're going to go Melmetal on this and save Trevenant for Dracovish. I think that'd just be a better decision overall. We're going to defog because we don't want anything on the ground here. And I need to keep Tapu Fini as alive as possible. Getting rid of Reflect and Light Screen is really good. And we get rid of his own terrain. So now... I think he just naturally outspeeds us, I believe, unless he's Adamant, because Rillaboom Adamant is 137. So hopefully we do. We're not going to stay in. Obviously, I'm not going to play that risk. We're just going to go right into Melmetal and keep it pushing. I'm going to close out of these videos that I was watching earlier for my entertainment. Knockoff, which is fine. He's gonna knock off our Akaberry, which is unfortunate. We could have Ice Beam there, but I didn't want to. And I also didn't want to go hard Trevenant either. I think he stays in here. I don't think he goes Dottler. Oh, I mean, he could also go Dracovish. It doesn't really matter. I think T-Waving's the best play because if he U-turns into something that can get exposed, we can Thunder Wave it, and that will for sure do better for us here. I feel like he's gonna switch out. I don't think he high horsepowers his turn. And, like, if he goes into Dracovish on the Double Iron Bash, which is fine, it's resisted, then the Thunder Wave should help us in the long game against that, too. But we're going to Thunder Wave this turn. No reason not to. Especially because then Dottler will be slower and won't be able to get up the shit first. Okay, high horsepower pops. 195 down to 115. That is 80 points of health. Do a calc on that while we paralyze this. He did 80 points to level 50. High horsepower. So we know this is not Life Orb, which is clear. I mean, he would have taken damage already. This is a good roll for just regular Adamant Rillaboom. And that means it's going to be a low roll on Jolly. No, if it's Jolly, it's not a roll. So he's Adamant. He's definitely Adamant for sure. We use Double Iron Bash here for damage. This is basically just para-flinching at its finest. Takes almost 50 there. If we get a flinch or a para, that'd be dope this turn. And we do not. Oh, we do. Okay, good. I'm sorry about that. Didn't want to have to hack you there. However, I will take what I can when I can. We're gonna double Iron Bash again and just get him out of here. So we get rid of Rillaboom unless he decides to switch out. I don't think it's... Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Okay. Dottler comes back in. Okay, so Rillaboom does not die there. We see Dottler take good damage on this without the Reflect Up. So he is going to be about 24-ish%. I think we just do that again, because I think he just wants to get up Reflect or Light Screen or something of that sort. Or he's going to get up Webs here, I feel like. I feel as though we should just go Hard Finny again. Because at this point, we don't lose anything going Hard Finny unless he's Recover. If he's Recover stalling us, then whatever, but I think we have enough on our team where we could have gone Spectre here, honestly, and started just chipping things. But I need to make sure that Webs stay off my side as much as possible. Also, just side note, since we're about like 6 minutes in here, I'm sorry if like anything looks weird, like my layout-wise. Just, you know, things happen that way sometimes. Yeah, we're gonna defog still. Actually, do I just kill this outright if he is just Light Clay Dottler? Assuming max HP 50. Dottler would have died unless he's defensive. No, he's definitely Eviolite then. Okay. Because we would have killed him with a double Iron Bash. Yeah, we would have definitely killed him. So he did take about 50, so he might just be a Spadef nature. Tapu Fini does minimum 24.8 to 29.2 against this. I feel like we could just Moonblast this and get it out of here. Yeah. Because if I try to defog, he might recover this turn, and I don't want this thing around to put up more. So we're going to get rid of Dottler or Tapu Fini. Obviously, as you guys know, Rillaboom could come in, but if he doesn't break out of Paralysis, it doesn't matter. There's not a lot that comes in here besides maybe the Dracovish. I don't know. Maybe. I don't know what comes in here. I guess Clef could, but like, Clef doesn't kill us in a hit. So we could defog on that easily. We could defog on Dracovish, and we can check damage on Dracovish as well. Which would be really good. So we're gonna see what he opts to do. Yeah. I don't really have much else to say about this. Besides, let's see how it goes. If he goes Victini, then he might go for Bolt Strike this turn, which will allow us to at least defog. Which would be a great decision here. But we'll see. He might be a Flame Charge Weakness Policy set, because I've definitely lost one of those before. Well, I lost a Weakness Policy. I don't think I lost a Flame Charge Weakness Policy, but yeah. That is Dracovish. Okay. I think we defog. Because then we will have this for later. And it could still do good work against his team, but I don't know. I feel like we should stick with our plan. Just go into Trevenant, take it safely, and then just make him suffer that way. Well, if I don't get rid of it now, what happens? A lot of things. How much do I take to this? In case I need to look this up. If he is just Adamant Choice Band, he's going to do 77.1 at most. If he's not ahead of us, he'll do 35.8 at most. I kind of want to risk it because we do have Victini. We do have a lot of things in the back to handle Victini. If it's Scarf Victini, that's kind of bad. I think I just need to get this off me. So, he is banded. Okay, cool. He's not faster than us. Moonblast does about 90.9 to him. Yep, and it's going to do 38.5 at max. 166 down to something. It'd be 64 max. We took about 59. So that is within the realm of being Choice Band Adamant. So that's good for us to know. So we're just going to go ahead and Moonblast here. We're not going to die to this. And he's going to withdraw this turn, which is fine. This could be... Okay, it is Victini. Okay. Let's see how much this does. Did about 1, 2... I'm sorry about that, Bishmii. 25, so that's 20. 15. Did about 15% to a Victini. Let me go ahead and check if this could be anything else. I mean, if there's natural damage. Yeah, we got like an above average roll on that. Yeah, we got a pretty bad roll, honestly. Surf might kill him. I'm willing to risk the Victini on here, or I'm willing to risk Tapu Fini here. If he goes Bolt Strike, we'll eat our Wakan Bear, we'll eat it, and we'll be fine with that exchange. But I'm just going to stay in here. I feel like he's physical. Will be better against me. We'll see. Get rid of Dot Lair and not allowing webs to stay up was a really, really good pivot. Okay, he's going to go out of Victini into what? Linoon. Okay. Interesting. So our Surf is going to pop. And we're going to see damage on this. This should not be Eviolite because the other thing might have been. Yeah, that's definitely not Eviolite. I need to check if this gets Gunk Shot. I don't know if Linoon gets Gunk Shot. It does get Gunk Shot. How much does this do to... Well, we're defensive. We're going to die. I'm willing to take this risk because Tapu Fini did its job already. So I'm going to just Moonblast. He's going to go for Parting Shot. Which means he might go hard back into Victini. Or maybe Dracovish. We'll see. He could just go hard Clefable and see how it goes. And because he's running enough speed on Dottler, I don't think we are actually running speed on Melmetal anymore, I don't think. Oh, he's just going to go right back into Victini. Okay. Yeah, we're going to get a little bit more damage here. Yeah, our Melmetal wasn't running any speed, so he just probably wanted to... No, it's naturally without speed. So he's running a little bit of speed. Okay. So now he's at 25%. This turn, I think we just stay in, honestly. I think we just stay in and Surf and get our damage. Because I could see him being one of those kind of sets. Yeah, Energy Ball comes out. So Ben was right about the Energy Ball. This probably kills. Yeah, Victini does die. Or Victini does kill Tapu Fini. Which makes sense. So he is special. That's a very good thing to know. We can go hard into E40. Whoops. Not that. Yeah, we go right into E40 and see where it goes from here. Because I can't risk him being Scarf. If he's Scarf, then that's really bad. And Linoon's now poisoned, so that now it has Quick Feet. So that's not good for us. We're not going to Earthquake turn. I think we're just going to Heavy Slam. Because Clefable or even Rillaboom's coming in. And I don't need those doing anything. Yeah, that's a withdrawal. He goes right into the Clefable. Yep, Heavy Slam coming out. This has no chance of killing unless he's like no HP. And no defense. He takes almost like 65-ish%. He's leftovers. So he's going to have to Wish or Soft Boil this turn. Which is really, really good for us. Yeah, I think we can go... No, we can't. We have to actually just go for Heavy Slam again, I believe. Yeah, I'm going to go for Heavy Slam again. I might as well. I put him on the back leg immediately with Clefable here. And since I have no speed, I will not outspeed this, which is fine. Which means he can recover Sol this. No, he's just going to Moonblast. We're Assault Vest. We'll eat this. 230 to 199. That is 36 points of health. That is probably a roll for no invested. We're going to get rid of Clefable here, though, which is really good. Snorlax, good job there. Okay. Alright, so now I think Dracovish comes in. I think Dracovish just picks up a kill here, because it's Adamant as well. Yeah, that's Dracovish. I think we initiate the plan. Yeah, because we die outright. Yeah, we initiate the plan. We go into Trevenant. Make him pay for his misdeeds. Go get him, Trevenant. Shout out to Tree Trunks. Shout out Adventure Time, really. And Detroit Band. Awesome. We already figured that out based on the damage to Tapu Fini. 188 down to 53. That wasn't a crit. Wow. Jesus. We're going to endure this turn. Yeah, because he's Adamant, Avery, that's why. By any means necessary, we will get this damage off. And then we're going to Sucker Punch. Dracovish does kill this. That was a crit, my fault, Bishmii. We get a lot of good, sweet, sweet damage on that Dracovish. Almost dead. Do you guys see that? Look at Trevenant. Trevenant did the job it needed to do, and I'm very, very proud of that. Victini's around 75? Yeah, Victini's around like 75%. I don't think we can go into this yet. I think, let me just see how much damage we do with Nene to Galarian Linoon with just like investment. Linoon Galar. And we are that's Spectrier Avery. Spectrier 50. Its knockoff will always kill us. Mudshot at 63.3 max. I think we go into Nene and just Mudshot. Start Mudshotting. I don't think we'll kill it necessarily. That's not the point. He's at -1. Then we'll outspeed afterwards and we can Mudshot a gun and kill it. And this is assuming what, Avery? Yeah, that's assuming Jolly as well. So yeah, we're gonna Mudshot here. If he's switching Linoon, then that's a really, really good advantage for us because Rillaboom's low, and he didn't opt to bring something else for this Pokemon, so we're really good at this point. If he doesn't switch in Linoon immediately, then we do have to play a little bit of a long game with that, but that's fine. I'm fully expected to come in. I really hope I clicked the right move because I didn't actually get to like visually see. Rillaboom comes in. Okay. Interesting. How does a +1 do? Because I know we're not going to kill it, but I would like to see at least. Going for Mudshot. Damn, we didn't even kill. Okay, okay. Interesting. At +1, how much do we do to Rillaboom? 80.3 to 94.7, you say? Okay. That's good to know for later if he's, like, not within our range. Do we just Mudshot again? I feel like we should, but I'm gonna go into Schmeat. I can't allow Spectre to take any damage at all. Also, that Rillaboom doesn't have a lot of speed if my Melmetal with no speed is outspeeding it. That's interesting. Yeah, I couldn't let you do that, buddy. No. Nah, I can't let you do that. My brother, my brother. Double Iron Bash is very free now. So we're just gonna do that. I don't want to reveal Ice Punch, nor do I want to try an Earthquake in grassy terrain, so we're just gonna Double Iron Bash. I could Thunder Wave, but waste of a turn. Okay, so he did get both Grassy Glides, which is fine. He didn't get paralyzed once, which I mean, once again, it's fine because, you know, I already haxed him a little bit this game. Not even a little bit. I haxed him a lot so far. So that's fine by me. Now he's no check to Spectrier that can come in and take a Mudshot. Now Linoon doesn't want to take 2. And additionally, Victini doesn't want to take 1. Because if we get boosted, then Victini's just gone with the win bullseye. That's Dracovish. We're going to allow Dracovish to kill Melmetal here. I think it's the better option. IMO. Let me just make sure that Mudshot still kills Dracovish. At neutral. 50. Neutral. 41.7 to 48.4. He will not get up to there with the grassy terrain. So, yeah. We're just going to go for it here. Yeah, we might as well. I'm going to Thunder Wave just in case I live. If I live, then that'd be dope, but where he's adamant, so we're gonna die. Obviously, yep. I'm writing down my notes, sorry about that. Dracovish killed a Melm. Alright, yeah. Nene should win this with Mudshot. Based Mudshot. Just making sure that he's not at like 40-something%. He's about 30. Yeah, we still kill if he's just max. If he has a lot of HP and a lot of Spadef, he'll live, but Mudshot will take care of the Linoon and this combined, and that allows us to get a boost no matter what. If he doesn't go hard Linoon, that makes sense. Okay, so he's going hard Linoon. Yup. That should be game, given the damage this will do. Thank you, Spectre, for hitting. Yep. Oh, he might die to poison. That's tough. No, he gets the terrain first. So since he's -1 speed on his Linoon, we should outspeed. Because we did just do the calc that shows that we will outspeed. So he doesn't die to poison, so now we're going to get a boost, and we should pick up the W with Mudshot. This was a really fun way to combat something. And I originally had Hyper Beam, but I added Mudshot last second because I was like, maybe this will come in the clutch. And it actually did this time. So that's good. If he goes Victini, then I'm predicting him to be Scarf. Okay. We're not going to risk Victini being Scarf here, and we're going to just go into Snorlax. I can't risk him being... I can't do it. Not since last time I lost to somebody and I risked it, no. Snorlax will eat the hit no matter what, and we're thick fat if he decides to go for a fire move. Yup, Blue Flare, 199 down to what? 150. 49. Okay, cool. Earthquake. So he's definitely probably Scarf, I assume. If he's Specs, that's fine, but I'd rather get him out of here. And at least if he is Scarf, we'll find out with Vanillux if we end up losing this Pokemon, but I don't think we will. I think we're fine. I think this game is fine. He has to start burning this Pokemon real quick. Because I think it'll be like 3 more to kill us. So 105. No burn. Awesome. Should be a dead Victini. Awesome. Dracovish is going to pick up another kill, however, which is not the greatest in the world. Oh, he didn't die. Oh, Imaginary Pixel. It gets me every time. Gets me every time. Dracovish is going to kill Snorlax after this, and then we'll be fine and good to go. Yep. Okay, awesome. No Whittle. No burn. We get rid of Victini, and we're going to lose another Pokemon to Dracovish, which is unfortunate. Because I didn't want Dracovish to get too many kills. That was my objective going into this game. Don't let Dracovish beat me, but it seems as though we failed our mission. I don't know if I want to give the last kill to Spectre or Vanillux. I don't know yet. Who has kills? Spectre has none. Okay. Well, Spectre just got 1 today, so I mean, we can give it to it. Hopefully this video doesn't come out choppy. That's fine, obviously. Yep. All right, and your coach of the Boston Syndicals, we are now 2-1 in the YCL, and we just beat Bishmii and his trash on Thievuls. Thank you guys for watching the battle. Of course, GG to Bishmii. Sorry for any of the hacks that occurred, as usual. We are now 2-1 plus 1. We faced the Brooklyn Mantykes. Their coach is, their coach is Young Kuma. They are EST. They have a Mew, Sylveon, Zarude, Metagross, Noivern, Silvally, Centiskorch, Excelgor, Togedemaru, Wishiwashi, and Marshtomp team. This team is very scary. He can definitely make use of our terrain to not get like burned or poisoned with some of his mods, especially with like something like Excelgor with Unburden. He's 1-1 right now. I don't know what his record is going to be when we are not recording, but this game should be a good one against him, I assume. At least I hope it will be. But yeah, that's gonna do it from me, guys. But thank you guys for watching. If you did like it, leave a like, comment, subscribe. Check out all the other YCL coaches in the description down below, and I'll talk to you guys next time. This has been Incog, and see you later.